Okay, now what you guys saw on the thumbnail and what you guys are here for. And that's the... Okay, I'll just get right into it, guys. We're talking about some Pepe Le Pew, and we're talking about some Speedy Gonzales. All right, guys. Now, the Pepe Le Pew stuff we had talked about roughly on Tuesday. That was kind of like, I was all over the place with my birthday stream a little bit, guys. So I will just kind of recap a little bit and, just kind of get a little more detail. So there was a scene that is being cut from the new film Space Jam Legacy, I want to say, which is basically Space Jam 2. Okay, in this scene, Pepe Le Pew, I will describe the scene for you because it was laid out. Pepe Le Pew, I believe, is at a bar or some kind of, a cafe or something like that, and he's hitting on this girl, or hitting on, his counterpart, his other, who over the decades and decades and decades, he's been after this same other female skunk, right? So it's been something that's been going on. It's been written for so long. Why they come now, I have no clue. It's just a trendy thing to do to kind of pick and choose things. But anyways, all that aside, we'll get into that, guys. So he reaches for the girl's arm, the girl character's arm. She pulls away and smacks him, right? He goes spinning in his stool. LeBron James comes in because LeBron James is the new Michael Jordan of this film, guys. Stops the stool, stops him from spinning, all cartoony, Looney Toony and whatnot, and says, "You can't touch any of the tunes without their consent." Makes sense, right? I mean, it's logical. Why did you have to put that line in there? Once again, they like to implement sometimes humor for adults that grew up on this movie back in '96, I believe it was, the first original Space Jam. And all these movies have adult humor in them. That's the thing. You're gonna have to literally cancel every single movie from last year on, basically, from last year and before that time. There's so many kids movies that have undertones of adult language or situations or jokes, basically. Okay, and then a couple of days ago, and I don't know why this one got, well, let me, before I get into Speedy, let me get into Pepe Le Pew. So that scene was cut, right? He will no longer be in the film because someone wrote an article. I'll get into who it was. He wrote an article saying that Pepe Le Pew portrays rape culture. Okay, that's very, very strong. I mean, we're talking about a cartoon here. We're talking about a cartoon that's been around longer than this man probably was alive that wrote the article. Okay, you guys drop it in the chat. What did you guys think of the Pepe Le Pew situation before I get into it more? I'm pretty mad at this. That a character that I grew up on is no longer... I'm probably not going to see Space Jam now. So now we have an article that was from, I believe, I want to say maybe a couple days ago as well. Pepe Le Pew was cut from Space Jam 2. His co-star wants the footage. This is actually this is from today. So she came out and said, she wasn't for it. She was actually in support of the scene itself. So her name is Grace Santos. So she says she is disappointed that her scene with Pepe Le Pew has been cut from Space Jam. So she did the voice, obviously. Good. Stand up. This is the thing. When stuff like this happens, people don't think there's going to be any backlash. Now that there's a sect group that is not having this shit, they're fighting back and they're saying, oh shit, maybe we can't cancel Pepe Le Pew, we can't cancel Speedy, we can't cancel Eminem. Oh shit, maybe we got to rethink our steps here, right? Okay, guys, and I'm not even making that up. They did try to cancel Eminem for a song a long time ago. Which, every song he talks about murder. So what the, come on, guys. So Pepe Le Pew has been cut from the upcoming sequel, Space Jam: A New Legacy. A New Legacy. But could complete footage of his scene with actress Grace Santos exist? A representative for Santos believe it does and is offering $100,000 reward to anyone who provides, damn, is she balling like that? Who provides the footage of their animated live exchange. Ooh, you know someone behind the scenes is going to record that with their, they're going to be like, Miss Santos, can you Snapchat? I mean, can you Snapchat me that? Can you I think you can send money in Snapchat too. But can you Cash App me that or Venmo me that 100,000 real quick? So Warner Brothers responded in a letter to the Times. It is a crime for someone to solicit another to steal and distribute Warner Brothers property. Yeah, she wasn't thinking. She was thinking off emotion. The scene in question involves a problematic animated skunk. I can't believe I'm alive to say these words. A problematic animated skunk approaching the live action character portrayed by Santos in a bar. She pushes Pepe away. Okay, so I just already explained the situation. It even says that she poured a drink on him. So she gets revenge. It's not like she's like, oh, I'm a victim. She fights back. She fights back, which is good. It shows that if your children, if your daughter, if whoever is in this situation, you don't let that shit slide. Where's the problem here? What's the problem? She eventually backhands the persistent skunk. It's tongue-in-cheek. It's very tongue-in-cheek, which sends his bar stool spinning before it is stopped by the film star LeBron James. Santos, who posted a playful Instagram shot of herself on set, told the Times that she was disappointed to learn that the scene had been cut from the film. She said its message was meaningful to her as someone who has spoken out against sexual harassment. Guys, what are we doing? What are they doing? What is Hollywood doing? Are they not understanding that could have been an impactful scene for someone that's gone through this situation? Okay. I'll go to the chat in a second, guys. But keep dropping your thoughts on what I'm reading. This is insanity to me right now. She said, for me, it is so important to have this scene in a movie to inspire the younger generation and also the older generation so we can correct that behavior. Guys, I've talked about it on my channel. You can't erase history. Why would you? You want to show younger generations this is how we used to live so we don't recreate that situation. Get it? It seems like really logical stuff. But for some people, they want to just brush that under the rug like it never happened. Let's see. So said Santo, who is best known for portraying the telenovela character Blanca in Jane the Virgin. Okay, so she does have some money. That's the reason why she would put up that $100,000. She said, I felt the scene was a way to show kids that this kind of behavior is wrong. Kudos, girl. You almost got it. Well, you almost got your message across. Although Santos says she understands that things like this happen over the course of production, she hopes that the footage can be released in one way or another. And if it can't, she says she will not be deterred from continuing her work for the cause. She previously recorded a single about standing up to sexual harassment and her charity. Oh, I didn't even know she's a singer too. Glam with Grace. I believe it's Grace. It's Greice. Grace works to uplift women who have been victims of abuse or bullying through Hollywood makeovers. What are you guys doing, Warner Bros? What is Warner Brothers doing? They literally put a silent. They just saw Pepe Le Pew and they didn't even look into this girl's what she's done, what she's doing for her community, what she was trying to portray. They should have asked her like, "Hey, is this scene cool?" Like she knew, she read the script, she was fine with it. Oh Lord. She does Hollywood makeovers for victims of abuse and bullying. God, Hollywood, what are you doing? According to Deadline, which first reported on the deleted scene, the sequence was cut before Pepe Le Pew came under renewed scrutiny, including a New York Times column that characterized, and I'm going to go to this column real quick, because this is where it was first mentioned, where he said the character normalized rape culture. Okay. And they're not going to let me see it because they're blocking it. They want me to subscribe. I saw his face. I saw who it was. Charles. Okay. I see you. Okay, I see who it is. Charles M. His name is Charles M. Blow. I'm looking you out and I'm putting you on blast, sir. And I want to see I want to see what this guy's about, because he also wrote the piece on Dr. Seuss as well. The crazy thing about you can't really and I know, you know, Dave Chappelle's even said it in his stand-up, saying that, you know, he thought, you know, Pepe Le he came to the realization when you're older, you know, Pepe Le Pew was a rapist. Like, he even said that, you know. Let me see. Okay. Well, yeah, you guys can look up his article. I won't do it. But it's at the New York Times. And yeah, he called it normalization of rape culture. Once again, I think in this instance, I'm not speaking for the old cartoons. Those were a little dicey sometimes. And we kind of talked about, you know, the Dr. Seuss thing on my channel before, that he did have things that portrayed, you know, minorities in a certain depiction, obviously, that aren't politically correct. Okay, so that was 1950s. Okay, guys, we have progressed since then. But in this instance, it seems like they were trying to go with a more positive message against what Pepe Le Pew was doing. If that were the case, leave it in. Leave it in. And like Alex said, I'm on Pepe's side. So Warner Brothers declined further comment. Of course they did. Let's go to the chat, guys. All right. Man. All right. Tony Movie Chappie is saying, first Dr. Seuss, then Pepe Le Pew, and now Speedy Gonzales. Give me a break. Cancel culture. Just enough is enough. Robert is saying, he's a skunk, really? And I was telling Alex this last night, is that the whole thing that they're kind of doing a satirical character of is like a French, you know, they always say that French people are, you know, very like passionate and you know, romantic, and you know, I don't know why I'm doing like a Latin voice. I can't do a French accent, guys. But you know, it's supposed to be like the language of love in a nutshell. So they made that character all about wanting to get some, basically, you know, in like, you know, without saying that, basically. He's like falling, you know, in love. He's always kissing and you know, doing what the Europeans do. But we, the Westerners don't want that. Oh, leave that over there in that world. Leave that in the other countries, okay? Levels of Geeks is saying Space Jam 2 can go to hell now. No skunk, they can go F themselves. Yes, my friend. I don't even know if I'm going to watch this anymore. I didn't want to watch it because of... I just really didn't even want to watch a continuation of this. But, nah, I'm done. I'm not supporting this. I'm sorry, guys. Peter is saying, I think it's even dangerous because you can't even teach what's wrong. Exactly. These are teaching points. It's your job as a parent to say, you know what? You see what the skunk is doing right there? That's not right. I mean, that's the reason why he got slapped. For every action, there's a consequence, right? For every action, there's a equal reaction or equal or less reaction or something. I don't even know. I'm not good at reciting verbatim stuff like that. But there's always a consequence, basically, is what I'm trying to say. In that case, he got slapped up. All right. Rob is saying, too many muffins. Soft like Twinkies, my friend. Lloyd is in here. What's up, Lloyd Dobler? Saying, I say it's time to cancel culture. A lot of people are on the same train, my friend. These guys are out of hand and out of pocket, for sure. Rob is saying, I like red velvet muffins, though. Man, what are you talking about, my friend? I thought you were talking about people are soft like muffins. Tony is saying, we canceled a skunk, but we can't cancel Dan. Ooh, you're getting into a whole... And I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw a documentary on Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon. That was one sick puppy, my friend, and he never got persecuted or anything. or brought to court or anything. Anyways, Jay Manley, people bent out of shape about the Looney Tunes for years. From speech impartment, maybe speech impediment, to cartoonish violence or even racial representation. Yes, same thing with Disney as well. BX Lenny is saying we cancel Pepe, but we don't cancel Nicolas Cage. Come on, man, he's over there fighting animatronics. He's protecting us. Robert makes a cut saying it sounds like we're living in a communist Russia. Man, there's definitely a group of people that are trying to make it, make us stick in our little box here, I guess. Jay is saying, where do we draw the line? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think that line's moving further and further away from reality. Tony is saying 100% agree with her on everything she said. Yeah, she seemed level-headed. She was fine with the scene. And what she does in her off time is a testament to what she was trying to do in that scene. What the hell? Levels Geeks is saying I'm on Pepe's side. Tony Movie Chappie is saying me too. Hashtag I'm on Pepe's side. Oh, impediment. I'm sorry, Jay. Okay. Robert is saying you sound like a Vato Loco, Dave. Well, I'll save that for my impersonation of Speedy Gonzales next when we're talking about him upcoming. Jay is saying a missed opportunity. Agree, man, my friend. BX Lenny is saying the issue is cancel culture is always someone that is not affected by what they are canceling. This was a man not minding his business, if that makes sense. That does make sense to me. Also, to me personally, I talked about it. Cancel culture is supposed to be reserved for those wicked ass people. I'm talking about Epstein people, Weinstein people. You're going after a skunk. You just threw him in the same bracket as Jeff Epstein. What are you doing? Like, there's not levels to cancel. Like, it has to warrant that cancel stamp. You know what I'm saying? So, unboxing is in here. It's showing up later than, it's all right, man. Hey, you're here. You're here, my friend. Let's see. Unboxing is saying, I am going to movie theaters tomorrow. I'm so hyped to return. Okay, very, very cool. What are you going to see, my friend? And I brought my levels. I bought my levels of Geek Wonderland shirt. Awesome. Thumbs up, my friend. We wore it last night. Word to Big Bird. Jay saying thank you so much. All right, guys. So let's jump to the next guy that's being canceled. Or is he? I don't know. And believe it or not, this is a character I don't think any Latino had problems with growing up. Now all of a sudden, people want to cancel his ass. So let me. If you guys aren't familiar with Speedy Gonzales, I feel like he's a character that kind of like a lot of us know him, but the younger generation doesn't. That's the thing. And I have something queued up, guys, which I think is important for us to kind of. I really do think it's important, guys, for us to kind of know. Okay, Speedy Gonzales. I think this is a different situation because obviously you're throwing a lot of stereotypes in there. But even I, at a young age, could tell that this was very satirical. This is very satirical, meaning that some of my favorite comedians, George Lopez, Dave Chappelle, these guys poke fun at their own culture, but in a satirical way, because we all relate to it. If you're a minority, you relate to certain ethnic jokes, I guess I would say. So you learn to laugh along with it. You're not making fun of those cultures. You're just laughing at the stereotypes. You're laughing at the satirical nature of things, right? And that's kind of what I got with these cartoons. Now, if you aren't familiar with these Speedy Gonzales cartoons, guys, I will bring them up. And they're actually still posted as of a couple years on YouTube's WB Kids. So I don't know if this is going to be up very long. So let me just pop this in here, guys, so you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay. And once again, it's a character that don't even think needs to be canceled, but they feel the need to. So okay, let's bring them up.
Decorations? What decorations. I don't see no decorations. Don't you see those colored streamers and balloons and stuff? You imagining things. I don't see nothing.
Okay.
There's something fishy going on here. Well, I gotta leave now.
So obviously you can tell, they portray him, always sleeping, which is like, the lazy Mexican is what they're saying, which is weird. It's kind of like an oxymoron because they always say like Mexicans get the job done. So it's like, how can they do that if they're being lazy all the time? There's a huge sombrero right there on top of his head that he sleeps under.
Okay, muchachos, he's gone. Everybody go to work. We gotta get ready for the party.
Okay, and then there's obviously the accent, right? There's the accent and stuff like that. So, this is a cartoon that's been around for such a long time. And like I said, it's embraced by a lot of Latino people. They had no problem with it, but all of a sudden a lot of people do now. So let me know if you guys remember Speedy Gonzales before I get into the cancellation or what's been brought up recently, And if I'm being completely honest, the character that I think is even a little more stereotypical is his cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez. Do you guys remember Slowpoke Rodriguez? This is the one that I think was a little more kind of like, whoa.
What you doing here?
Maybe Jose.
Okay, so obviously you guys get the gist of it, right? You guys get the gist of kind of where the stereotyping is coming from, right? If you guys have no clue about what you're seeing right here on the screen, this is what they showed back in the day. And they still show on WB Kids. You know what I'm saying? I do like this too, Alex. And Alex, we're both Latinos. I'm Mexican American descent. I'm not Mexican full, like I wasn't born in Mexico. But I will say this, guys. Look, and I'm not pulling this out of thin air. I've met Mexicans that do have accents like this. I do know people that act like this. Okay, guys? It's not like what? These people exist? Where do these stereotypes come from? Stereotypes come from certain things, guys, okay? That's simple and plain. Obviously, they're exaggerated with in these cartoons, making them satirical. Okay, if you don't know about satire, look it up. Do your research. Learn something. Okay? So that's the reason why most of us laughed at these cartoons. Not because we were laughing at ourselves. We were poking fun at the stereotypes and once again, the satirical nature of everything. Okay, guys? And also, Jay is saying it. This is what I meant by racial representation. Latinos were like, you're going to cancel your only Latin cartoon character at the time. I think there might be more with probably some of the modern kids' cartoons. Oh, probably like Dora the Explorer and stuff like that. And even Dora has an accent. What? You gonna cancel her too? What about her friend? Doesn't she have a friend or something like that? I don't know. But Slowpoke Rodriguez was even more. Okay, so this leads to the next bit of cancellation because he is a Looney Tunes character. He's part of that world, right? So, man, he is going to be part of the new movie, I believe. Okay? And he is being voiced by a Latin guy, Gabriel Iglesias, a.k.a. Fluffy. You guys know Fluffy. Let me throw him up on screen right here. He's funny. I think he's really funny. Some of his stuff, I get okay, I get it. It's, the voices and stuff like that are really funny. But I kind of get sick of it after a while, if I'm being completely honest, his shtick, his setup or whatever like that. But I think ultimately, I think he's a good guy. I think he's had a very successful career. There he is, Fluffy right there. And, more power to him. I'm basically not dying to go buy tickets to go see him. But if he was in town and the tickets were affordable, I'd go see him. It's not like I got to really, see every Latin comedian out there, even though George Lopez is one of the funniest to me of all time. So comedian Gabriel Iglesias is defending, once again, another person defending their role in the new Space Jam movie. Okay? He's defending his turn as Speedy Gonzales while taking aim at cancel culture. This is brought to us by Daily Mail. Iglesias is providing the voice of Speedy Gonzales, a well-known Looney Tunes character in the upcoming movie A Space Jam: A New Legacy. The Looney Tunes have drawn the ire of some in recent days. However, after Charles Blow, there he is, Charles Blow, you son of a... wrote an opinion column examining stereotypes in characters for the New York Times. The latest discussion around cancel culture was sparked up by a decision of Dr. Seuss Enterprises. Okay, so this all sparked up because of the Dr. Seuss thing. And guess who wrote the article? Charles Blow. Okay, to stop publishing 6 books that featured racial stereotypes. In that sense, I'm fine with, if you want to pull those books that have blackface or Orientals, Asians, they called them Orientals back then in the book and whatnot. Asians looking a certain way. Okay, I can understand that. You don't want to show it to your kids. That's a choice. That's your option. Once again, if I was a parent, I would say, look at how far we've gone. Look at how many strides. Now we all look like normal people portrayed in cartoons and comics now. We don't have, we don't have certain features that were portrayed back then. Okay, so back to this article, guys. In the column, Blow made specific mention to Speedy Gonzales, saying the character's friends helped popularize the corrosive stereotype of the drunk and lethargic Mexicans. Yes, they did. At the time, once again, they're not going to have Speedy doing that in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Okay, guys? His name is Speedy. Why would he be lethargic? He's one of the fastest characters besides the Roadrunner. Hello? Earth. Hello, McFly. McFly. Wake up. Blow also claimed Pepe Le Pew as a character that normalized rape culture, which we talked about. Le Pew was an amorous skunk that didn't take no for an answer from a female skunk who would always try to get away. Kind of like Johnny Bravo, which we also talked about. This past Saturday, Iglesias, an American of Mexican heritage, jumped on Twitter, seemingly in response to the opinion column, to call out critics. Call out Charles Blow, man. That's who he's calling out. And I'm going to read the tweet that he did put up, guys, because I want this to be verbatim, pretty much. But good for him. Good for him to sticking to his guns. And once again, he wants to keep his role in the movie. This is the thing. You're killing the jobs of these characters. You're killing them. Okay, so let me pull this up on screen, guys, really quick for you. This is the exact tweet right here. This is not fake. This is straight up real deal right here, okay? So he said, I am the voice of Speedy Gonzales in the new Space Jam. Does this mean they're going to try to cancel Fluffy too? You can't catch me, cancel culture. I'm the fastest mouse in all Mexico. And it shows Speedy, the gif right there saying, arriba, arriba, arriba. Okay, guys, good for him. And he's right. Does this mean they're going to go after Fluffy too? He has a lot of stereotypical characters, just like George Lopez, just like every other Latin comic before him, just like every other black comic before him. A lot of people do racial humor or stereotypes. Someone said it. Where do we draw the line? There is no more line. They're going to pull up every single... Do you want to talk about Eddie Murphy? We talked about stand-up. They're going to pull a lot of his stand-up too, because he had a lot of really, really strong words to say about certain people in his stand-ups, guys. I don't know where we draw the line. This is going to be a real tough one, man. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think, but he's sticking with his guns as far as, oh, what is this?
I forgot I got that.
Breaking news. You're the best, babe. She got me a work sucks from Office Space. We have Milton right there. I do believe you took my stapler. I love this, babe. We're gonna watch this movie tonight. I love you. Oh, work does suck. Today it sucked, but that's awesome. But So Speedy Gonzales is known to wear a yellow sombrero, speak with an exaggerated Mexican accent, and occasionally speak Spanish in addition to English, so Spanglish, like a lot of our family members do. I know my grandma does. The character was voiced by Mel Blanc, a Russian Jewish immigrant for several decades. So this is almost in the same vein, guys, as kind of what they did with The Simpsons, where I believe it was for the Doctor. I kind of want to say I don't know. I don't know The Simpsons like all the characters that well, but I believe the African American Doctor was played by a white man for like 30 years. And what they did was they pretty much now an African American is taking that job over to voice him. And dude, are they gonna do it with the Family Guy? Because isn't Cleveland, isn't that a white guy as well? They're gonna have to literally do it for every voice actor that isn't that minority. It's crazy. Once again, there's no line. There is no line. Other notable actors who have voiced the cartoon character, who voiced the cartoon, include Billy West and Freddie Armisen, who I'm guessing are white as well. You know, Jesus Christ. Ugh, I'm all out of it, guys. And I think that's where we wrap it up and we go to the chat. But you know what? Good for him. I don't think, as of now, I don't think Speedy Gonzales is officially canceled. So don't quote me on that one, guys. Do not quote me on that. But I know that he was being brought up in this article of, you know, characters that were stereotypical.